Hey, and welcome into the Big Ten Huddle. I'm your host, JR, and welcome today. I have Eric from the OHIO podcast joining us to
Boo.
talk through the Ohio State and Purdue game. And of course, we have Dylan from the Boilers Express podcast. How we doing today, boys?
Doing great. Fantastic. Ready for this weekend.
If I was any better, it would be Saturday at about 3:30, and we had won by 50 already.
Wow. Okay. We're
Not,
starting off like that, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get
Not
loose,
by-
boys.
not by 100, Eric?
No. We're safe. We got to save some points for later
Wow.
in the season.
Is that right? Is that how this is
Yeah.
going to work? Okay.
Yeah. Offense is a little down this year, so running game. All right, I'm going to let these guys introduce themselves, tell you where they can find their podcast at. Eric, why don't you start us off?
Yep. The Ohio Podcast. Find us anywhere that you can get your audio streaming services. Just look us up, the Ohio Podcast. Go to over YouTube at the Ohio Podcast. Check us out there. We're on all social media. At the Ohio Pod on the X, formerly the Twitter, and we're over on Facebook at the Ohio Podcast as well as there.
Sweet. Thanks, Eric. Dylan, you want to let us know?
Yeah. Boiler_Express on all social media. You can find us anywhere you find podcasts, Spotify and Apple Podcasts, especially. We're heavy on Twitter. Twitter's kind of like our home. I still call it Twitter. It's forever Twitter. It's kind of like your local grocery store. When they change names, it's still the first name. It's never going to be the new one. So it's forever Twitter. So you can find us anywhere there. All of our personal handles are on our social media, so you can follow the entire crew and keep up what's going on here at the old Boiler Express podcast.
Dude, growing up, I had a UGA by me, and they just all of a sudden, it was one day Save-A-Lot. So
But it's still UGA, isn't it?
it's still UGA in my heart.
Yeah,
So
that's how it is in my hometown.
Exactly. So, all right. Hey, we are brought to you by Big Banter Sports, bigbantersports.com. Please go check them out. We have a podcast for every football team. And I just got word today, we have almost finished out our basketball teams. I think we have Penn State and maybe one other one left. So please do go over there, check them out, and get ready for basketball season. Listen to some shows there.
Penn State's got a basketball team?
Wait, Ohio State has a basketball team?
Well, no, we don't. We don't.
Hey, we do. I'll tell you that much.
Well,
we did, but we haven't in the last couple of years.
Dylan, do you guys have anybody not named Zach Edey, though?
Oh, you get a 8-foot Canadian. That's all you need. All right, listen. All you need is an 8-foot Canadian, and you go places.
There you go. All right. Hey, please do like and subscribe to the show. We appreciate it. If you're listening on podcast, please do give us a rating. Follow us over there. We have episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We are also on Rumble, YouTube, Apple, Spotify, and all the social media platforms. Okay, now we're all the way out. With that, we're going to get into it. Ohio State at Purdue. This is going to be a game. What was it, 2018? It was, boys, the last time that you played. Was it the last time you played or the last time Ohio State
Last time we played there.
Okay, last time played at Ross Aid.
We won't talk about when we're there.
Yeah.
18 was a good time. When did Eric? Did you have fun that day?
No.
I wish I knew you then. That would have been nice.
No. And fun fact, that was the last time Urban Meyer lost a college game.
Wow.
I'm glad it was from us. Glad we sent him out in a great way.
Not the last time they lost a football game, though.
You could say
NFL was not pretty.
You could say Purdue kicked Urban Meyer that night.
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of struggling on the sideline, so.
However, no sad pizza photos at the end, though.
Damn, we just needed a golf cart. That's all we needed. Find that man a golf cart and some dominoes, and we'll be fine.
There we go. All right, Eric, what's some of your thoughts going into this game? How's it going to turn out, you think?
First off, unless they roll out another Make-A-Wish student at Ross 8 Stadium, this is not going to go well for you guys. All right. And I would also like to announce, we did this last night, but we might have a different fan base here. Since the Boiler Express and the OHIO podcast are literally the top two podcasts of Big Banter, and everybody knows.
Let them know, big dog.
There has got to be top two.
What's the third?
Team covered.
Oh, okay, all right, gotcha.
Because we're not trying. The Big Ten Huddles, obviously,
top dog.
Yeah. We're all under your umbrella, my man. Okay.
Sorry, continue on. My bad.
But since those two podcasts, as we know, lead the way amongst the 14 schooled podcasts, we thought it was only fitting that Big Banter has its official rivalry trophy for the podcast. And so I present to you the Big Banter hard hat trophy, and the winner will get to keep this bad boy. This thing
Can't
was
wait to
actually,
wear that after the game.
Yeah, this thing was. Yeah, you probably never will. This thing was actually brought from in the fires by Big Purdue Pete himself, and Pimp Brutus stole the sucker from him. And today it becomes the first ever Big Banter rivalry trophy. We're gonna bring this thing back with us from Columbus.
The wild man Chris Memorial Hard Hat Trophy.
The OHIO podcast is going to Ross-Ade Stadium. We're gonna roll Chris, who's got double pneumonia out there, like Tyler Trent, and we are going to make sure that Purdue doesn't have another Make-A-Wish, because we got our own Make-A-Wish. We're going to throw this thing on his big balding head and make sure that we come home victorious over you guys. That's it. It's going to happen. I'm already calling the score, man. It's going to be, it's going to be 34-14, Ohio State.
Ooh, okay, Eric, coming out with a little energy. I love it.
I do have to throw this. You guys had the Pete on your podcast, Dylan, so I do have to throw this one out here. Bam! There we go.
No, he is terrifying. He is the earlier generations of Pete are absolutely terrifying. But here's my argument: he was voted ugliest mascot and the scariest mascot and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want a fluffy nut as your mascot. You don't want
fluffy nut.
He's a fluffy nut. He's literally he's got fuzz on. Can't finish that sentence, but you want a mascot who's terrifying. You want a mascot who gives you eyes the size of whatever. You want him to be scary because you want a wideout getting lost in his eyes. You want a wide receiver you don't want some fluffy magical nut who can walk and see and you
name me one other mascot like Pimp Brutus who literally has a theme song called "Hang On Sloopy," which is about a whore.
Yeah, I learned that from Chris. That's a new that and I'm from Ohio. A lot of people don't. I don't think anybody know, or a lot of people don't know that I'm a Boilermaker in Buckeye country.
Wow,
it's tough living out here.
You don't mess with that man, dude. He's got class. He's got style.
You talking about Brutus or me?
I'm talking about Pimp Brutus, man.
I mean, Brutus is a cool mascot. I'll give you that, but a nut on a human body, it's just, it's like Kansas State with their Wildcat on a human body. It's not. I don't know. Purdue Pete's creepy. He's terrifying. But
you notice JR, he went straight to the mascot because he knows he's got nothing on the field for us this weekend.
Hey! Listen, there's a chance.
I was sad to hear that Tyrone Tracy is not playing in this game, though.
That
dude has been balling, and I thought that would be a good test for the run defense. But no, Devin Mockabee's going to play now, and he's going to probably fumble it like 4 times. So
hey, listen, I love Devin Mockabee. He's had a fumbling issue. But on the Boiler Express podcast, we are friends of the Mockabee family. His father, shout out to Uncle Craig and Uncle Conrad. Those dudes whip up some barbecue like you wouldn't believe. Hopefully we can find them on Saturday. I don't know if they'll be cooking up barbecue early that morning, but we'll figure it out. So Mockabee, the kid, great kid, great dude, great player. He's just got to figure out how to hold on to the ball, and then he'll be fine.
Well, that's the disappointing thing because I really liked Mockabee going into the season. I was one of the people saying, like, hey, Mockabee and Carr, they're going to be a really good duo going into the season. And it just hurts my heart a little bit. I'm sure it hurts him more. Brother. He's like playing for his draft stock and the rest of his life and millions of dollars and stuff like that.
He's got millions on the line.
All right, Dylan, what's your prediction? What's your score?
Boilers by 1 billion, baby. You already know. Boilers by 1 billion. Always. I don't care. Some people take it literal, and I find it funny that people think I really think Purdue's going to win by 1 billion points.
RJ's writing it down. Take the under.
Yeah. I like to write these down because if we get enough predictions, then I can post them on Twitter later. But I'm trying to figure out how to fit 1 billion into the graphic.
You can find a way. There's a way.
That's a lot of zeros.
Just spell it out. Yeah, just spell her out.
Yeah, that's 9 zeros. So you're in trouble when you get into 3 commas.
Yeah, can't wait to see that on a graphic. That excites me.
Well, that'll be fun. We'll see if I can make it. So, all right. Any other thoughts before we move on to the next one, boys?
Nah,
we're good.
Yeah. If you really want to go in and figure out kind of what they think, they have both done breakdowns already for this game.
Were they breakdowns or
not really? Well, we did on our side. If you want to go over the OHIO podcast, we broke the game down. But when we did our show together, we got off the tracks multiple times.
It's off the rails. That's kind of literally our slogan. I mean, it's being printed on T-shirts as we speak. Fun fact.
Well, the Boiler Express podcast was like an hour long, so there had to have been more in that hour than.
Here's the thing with our podcast. There's 5-6 of us. I don't know. We got Frank, Big Brain Frank, who could roll out any stat at any minute of any number. Dude's got the biggest brain in the game today. You got Russ, who, no pun intended, as I call him old. He's the historian. Guy knows all. You got Chris, who's our chief security officer in real life and in podcast world. And you got Damon, who's the best host in the game today. And then there's me, and I'm just there to talk. I'm just there to say words. Yeah, exactly. I'm comedic relief. I don't, that's why I say Boilers by 1 billion. I don't want to say a score because I'll be wrong, and people will be like, oh, but so I just say Boilers by 1 billion.
I feel like we're less secure now that we don't have a podcast bodyguard on this.
Yeah,
so
we do.
I'm already
Chris.
Okay. I'm already producing. I'm already posting on social media. I don't know if I can do the bodyguarding too. So
You got it.
A lot to do around here. So, all right, let's get on to the next one. Indiana at Michigan. Eric, I know this is a really, really tough opponent. We're gonna.
It's our rivalries playing each other, Eric.
Yeah, we're gonna finally figure out if Michigan is good or not. Dylan, what are your thoughts in this game?
A meteor hits the stadium. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to go with Michigan winning. Sorry, Eric, but I hope Indiana loses forever and ever. Amen. I'm going with Michigan 34-14. Yeah.
So, did you just copy Eric's score from the last game?
Probably. That's probably where I got the numbers.
Leo.
He's like, I can't do
it. We're going to get destroyed. Leo. Indiana. All right, guys.
We hope they sign him
up. What in the heck is that?
We hope they sign him to a lifetime contract. Let him be in Bloomington forever.
Oh, I don't think so. I think he's gone next week, maybe.
I think he's doing a great job.
Yeah.
I think
you're a top.
He's right up there with Mr. Ryan Day.
Yeah.
But he doesn't dye his beard like Ryan Day does.
Hogwash. That is all natural.
There ain't no way.
Why is it so bad to dye your beard?
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying he doesn't. And Eric swears he doesn't. But no one at his age has jet black hair like that. That's out of a box.
He's not as old as Russ, dude.
How old is he? Is he 50 yet?
He's 43.
Oh, wow. I didn't know he's that young. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I still think he
you do have to consider Ohio State coaches do age like 3 times fast.
They age like presidents.
I fully expect him to be completely gray within 3 years if he's still here.
Yeah. Well, you saw
Look at Urban.
Well, not just Urban, but you saw what happened to Tress too. I mean,
Tress had a full head of black hair.
But Tress is like a fine wine. That dude gets better with age, man.
Yeah. Normally the whites
after he went back to Youngstown and was the president, yeah, sure.
But normally the whites don't age well. He ages well. he ages real well.
All right, Eric, what do you think about this game? It's
going to be terrible.
Okay.
I don't know why we are talking about this.
Okay.
Indiana's awful.
Awful.
I mean, I'm sorry, Brandon Dubich and Leo. I love you guys, but your football team's bad. And yeah, they're like half the podcasts right now in Big Banner. They've already moved on to basketball. Okay. And as far as the team up north and Victor's Nation.
You mean Michigan?
No, I do not. I don't understand nor speak that word.
Capital M.
I would not swear on this podcast. Okay.
That team up north.
They look good. And I'm telling you right now, I hope to goodness, I don't really hope because that sounds bad, but let me say this. I think the only thing that derails them would be injuries on the offensive line.
Been there.
Just being completely honest.
But then don't they have like another 300-pound monster behind them?
But there's not experience there though. Yeah. Okay. They're they're riding behind a very experienced offensive line that is dominating the line of scrimmage, that's allowing them to both run the football and pass. And now you got JJ running the football as well. So now you have three options to go with offensively, and then defensively, they're playing much better than I anticipated them to play this year. I thought there would be a little bit of a drop off defensively. There hasn't been. They have every reason right now to pat themselves on the back, to toot their own horns, to get big heads, and that's fine, because traditionally in this rivalry, when a team thinks that they've got it, that's when the other one spoils their season.
I was thinking about this earlier today. Eric, would you consider this game anything like 2021, where I feel like the entire season Buckeye fans were like, oh, Michigan, have whatever season you want, we're going to kill you at the end. And then obviously Michigan won that one. And this season, dude, I say anything nice about Ohio State and it's like, doesn't matter, Michigan's going to embarrass them and, pillage their families and, destroy everybody. Like, it kind of gets graphic sometimes. But I admit I do like the rivalry banter. So, I mean, do you feel like there's any relation 2021 to this?
It feels like it. I mean, it really does. If this rivalry so many times has flipped on itself when you least expected it, and now that they've got all the momentum and everybody's patting them on the back and the national media is pumping them up, I've seen this. I'm old enough to see. I've seen this before, to where the team in this rivalry that happens to gets the rug pulled out from under them. That's kind of what I'm hoping for.
Might get a little too confident one game, get a little uppity. I don't know. We'll see. But I don't know. Michigan just doesn't seem like that team. So who knows? But it might happen. So what's your score prediction, Eric?
Boilers by $1 billion.
Thank you. Oh, is that your prediction for this weekend? Is that for this weekend?
No.
Put that down. Put that in the graphic, Jay. Put that in the graphic.
$1 billion.
Now let's go with I think I wrote down 53-7.
53-7. Oh, shoot. I forgot to give my prediction for Ohio State Purdue. 41-13. And I'll let you do the math for who you think's going to win that game, Ohio State Purdue.
We know.
Ohio's offense has really been struggling, so, maybe. And then my prediction for Michigan, Indiana. Dude, I think Michigan's going to kill them. I think this is going to be a bloodbath. 42-0. They're dead. Just dead.
That is at the big house. You can't.
42-0. Indiana fires Tom Allen at the end of the game.
Oh, I don't want to go that far. I like them.
Well, I hope not.
Listen, the only thing that will make this game awesome, because I looked it up today. The last time that Indiana won at Michigan was 1967. All right. I think
you remember that, Eric?
Was like 2.
Were you there?
Yeah. I think my dad was like 2 at that time. So, yeah. It was 1967, and it was a pass play down the middle, streaking down the middle of the tight end. Man, it felt like Brock Bowers going down the middle, and what was the guy's name? Gonzo, who was his last name. The quarterback was Gonzo for Indiana through the pass. So
that's a very fitting last name for that era.
Exactly.
He was like, waka, waka, waka.
But the only thing that will make this game great is if Indiana does indeed win and on the Michigan logo.
Ooh, they start snapping.
It gets snappy.
Gets so hype. God, that would make you run through a brick wall.
And then who's going to make fun of Tom Allen snapping his fingers to the fight song again?
Dylan. Follow me on Twitter at DylanCoon_. You'll find plenty of it.
All right. I give that about did you guys see the win percentage ESPN gave? It was like 0.8% for
Indy. So there's a chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
There's a chance.
Bad chance. Yeah, Michigan's going to kill them. Okay, moving on. Michigan State at Rutgers. Rutgers is favored by 4.5. Man, there's no game. Like, all the games are early. This one's at noon on BTN. Eric, what do you think about this one?
Have you ever watched paint dry?
Yeah. In my free time.
What we got here. Okay, I know that like the majority of people watching this apparently are Rutgers fans.
Oh yeah, we're big with Rutgers.
You're about to lose them all right here.
Oh jeez.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Rutgers send them.
Okay, Rutgers is not a good football team, but the Big Ten is so bad that Rutgers is going to go bowling this year because of how bad the Big Ten is this
You mean
year.
they're going to go to like the Little Caesars Pizza Bowl? And...
Yes, and they would. You know what? Rutgers to the Little Caesars Pizza Bowl is a big deal for that school. Okay,
that's true.
So they'll be excited. They'll be excited about that. Rutgers is going to win this football game because Michigan State is an absolute, no offense, train wreck. And the fact they really are. They really are. They're an absolute train wreck, dude. Here's the thing, man. They're Sparty at this time. Their program is just complete bacon grease. All right, it is a bacon grease fire.
I see what you did there.
Yeah,
Spartan Dog's gonna come after you.
That's all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and congratulate Rutgers on a 24-10 win over Sparty.
Did you steal my score? Just kidding. Okay, 24-10. I will say this about Rutgers. Okay, just hear me out for a minute. Okay, Gavin Wimsatt looks like he can throw the ball past 10 yards this year. So, I mean,
good enough to beat Sparty.
They didn't have that last year. So, yeah. And Kyle Monunga, I like him. He's good. Dylan, what do you think?
I won't be as harsh on Rutgers. I haven't watched a Rutgers game in a long time, but I'm sure they're great people. East. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm sure they're good people and they mean well. And sometimes I forget they're still in the Big Ten. But anyway, I'm going to be a little less harsh. I'm going to go Rutgers wins. I'm going to give them the win, and I'm going to say 17-14.
17.
Little barn burner, little paint dry, little.
I have more faith in you guys. I think Rutgers is going to win 31-17.
Okay, look at you. You got to pad your audience. I get it.
Gavin Wimsatt going at it, but I guess I don't have their defense as good as you guys, so maybe I'm just looking for air raid.
It's not that their defense is good. It's that Sparty's that bad, brother.
Hey, Sparty's got really cool uniforms this year. I'll give him that. Those things are sick.
Okay.
I'm sorry you guys have had the same uniform since 1902. Like,
because they're sweet.
It's the tradition.
Debatable.
The tradition.
Our Rose Bowl throwbacks, pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, that did remind me. So I want to personally advocate that every bowl does something like the Mayo Bowl, right? Where like the Little Caesars Pizza Bowl, like you get pied in the face with a pizza.
I'm all about it.
You have like an eating contest at the end, and like all the players, because they got to be hungry after the game.
What's that lawnmower bowl do? What do they do?
What could get graphic? A lawnmower dropped on you.
You got John Deere running right at you.
Well, I did make the comment the other day on Twitter. Somebody said that Skyline Chili got turned down for their bowl game, and I was like, shoot, we could have had hot chili poured on the.
We're Ohio guys. What do you? What's your opinion on Skyline there, Eric?
Oh, it's gross.
What? I like it. I
hate it. I'm a Cincinnati guy.
Me too.
Wow.
Most Ohio people are Cleveland fans. I am not.
I'll write this down. Eric hates Rutgers and
Cleveland.
Skyline Chili.
Skyline Chili.
Yeah. See, I'm in Dayton, so I'm only about like a good 45 minutes from Cincinnati, so it's a quick trip. It's kind of why I was hoping UC would make the Big Ten. It'd be a cool 45-minute away game. Maybe Miami of Ohio will come back because that's 30 minutes from my house, but one could dream.
Can we also talk about for a minute? I know we're getting off the rails here, but
welcome to my podcast.
So, can we talk about how everybody wants to dog the Big Ten for taking Oregon, USC? There's no regionality. Cincinnati just went to the Big 12.
Yeah,
and West Virginia's been there for 10 years?
Exactly. Don't we think these guys kind of started it?
Oh, they did. But that's why I'm selfishly saying bring Miami of Ohio to the Big Ten. That way I can have a 30-minute drive to an away game. But
that's true. And you can kill them.
They wouldn't do great. Yeah. don't think they do too good. But
we need the whole MAC and the Big Ten together and have that soccer thing happen where
relegation.
Yes, that way Northwestern can get relegated and actually win.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Get rid of Northwestern, bring in Miami. It's a win-win.
I would be for it though. Have a big banter network where somebody lost in the MAC that used to be in the Big Ten. Oh, we could.
You already got a name too, because then it would be called the Big Mac.
Ooh, there you go.
And McDonald's would be
Brought
all
to you
over
by
it.
McDonald's.
You better be careful with those ideas, Eric. We're going to lose you to the Big Ten. They're going to hire you. We're not going to have Eric on Big Banter anymore. All right.
Then Chris will have to run things.
Illinois at Maryland. Eric, Maryland is now officially the best team in the Big Ten besides Ohio State, right? Because kind of a close game there for a little bit, right?
Well, I don't know who you're talking about. Are you talking about poor man's Duke?
Sure.
That's who I thought they were.
So I saw today on
picture. I got to get that picture.
So I saw for a little bit. Yeah, so I saw on Twitter where the Turtle Heads have already started talking about basketball.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, which is exactly what I expected to happen after last Saturday, because they can't hang with anybody named Penn State, Ohio State, or that team up north. They never have, and they never will, because they are, as in their own words, a basketball school. But here's the truth behind that. They're not even really that great of a basketball school. I
was about to say, we all know who's going to win the Big Ten in basketball. We already know that.
Yeah.
The guys with the 8-foot Canadian.
It's gonna be probably not you. I mean, yeah, you guys will win at least the regular season, maybe even the Big Ten tournament. But we know what gets to the NCAA tournament.
There it is.
There they are. There they are. Yeah.
Whoever does the graphic design over there deserves a raise.
Where did you get this photo at, Eric?
So it's the only one I could find of their stupid mascot holding a sign. It literally was the only one they had.
It doesn't even look like a turtle. It looks like a old man. Looks like our guy Russ. No, I can't be that mean to Russ. It just looks like an old man. It does, from that angle, it doesn't look like a turtle.
Oh, now I'm really tempted to Photoshop Russ's face onto it.
Oh, that'd be great.
Please do. I'll do it.
So keep talking.
All right. So if we're gonna talk about this game, okay. The other team on this ledger, Illinois, right? That's who they're playing, right? I want a public apology from the Illini cast. Mm-hmm. At the beginning of the season, on your show, JR, I said that they were going to be 6-6, and they just wanted to roast me for saying we are a 10-win team, 8 at the worst. Dude, you're not even a 4-win team right now.
Go, Eric, go.
I mean, you're not, man. I want a public apology. Next time you have one of those guys on your show, JR, I want a public apology from them and an admittance that Eric was right. We weren't. Well,
they lost a really good coach, so you can't,
Yeah, well, they did. They lost their DC to you. They lost 3 defensive backs to the NFL, and they thought that Burt was going to raise them up, dude. No, no. They were 6-6 at best, and they obviously aren't even that. So Maryland's going to win this football game. I wrote down a score earlier. What did I have? I got Maryland 23, Illinois 13. Oh, sorry. Poor man's Duke 23.
Write that down while I'm graphic designing.
Poor man's Duke 23, Illinois 13.
Poor man's Duke.
Illinois.
This graphic is going to be incredible. I can't wait.
Okay. Dylan, if you could talk for like 3 minutes, I think I can
get it done in that time. Trust me. I'm your guy. I got this. All right. So if we're talking Illinois and the poor man Duke, I'm a big Burt guy, big fan of Burt, like watching him waddle up and down the sidelines. He's got a pristine fat guy waddle, and it's fun to watch. And I'm upset that I had to miss when they came to Purdue, because I would have watched him on their sideline waddle up and down for 4 hours. I don't care. That's great. So with that being said, I think Big Burt, I think he's gonna. Is it at Maryland? Yes, he's gonna go into Maryland, and he's gonna get his team ready. You hear me? Big Bird walk right into that locker room, get those boys fired up, and they're gonna go beat poor man's Duke 20-14.
Oh, I just gotta write that down.
Okay, I got a question for you,
yeah,
Dylan. Who has the bigger man uterus, Burt or Charlie Weiss?
Oh, Weiss. It's got to be Weiss. See, Weiss. But here's the thing: if Burt wore his pants as high as Weiss,
Charlie Weiss did,
then I think they would be very, very similar. But the fact that nowadays coaches wear these long, pullovers, and they kind of hide it well, and we would have to see Burt dress as Charlie Weiss.
Yeah. Well, see, I is Bert though like more from beer? You think?
Oh, he's got a calf tat of the Iowa logo.
He's been to a lot of them cornbread bars there in Iowa.
He's a Iowan. I don't know if he's from there, but he played there. But like,
he's from Illinois, I thought.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Well, they produce some pretty big fellas too. I mean, we're a couple big Ohio big fellas, but it happens. Hey, but Bert,
we're about
that's
half
why
the size of Bert.
That's true.
I am less than 350 pounds, Dylan.
You look good. You look great, Jay.
Thank you.
You
wear it well. Wear it well.
I need a
why do you, Jay? Why do you think I grow a beard? Okay, it's to hide. It's to hide all of this.
Yeah. Why do you think I'm so far away from the camera?
This is a weird show. I told you it was going to be different.
It was going to get weird, and we're talking about Bert compared to Charlie Weiss. Not their coaching styles, their literal style.
You guys ready for the Russ special?
Let's see it.
Boom.
Oh, you already. Let's go! This is the best. You did that in that amount of time. That's impressive.
Yeah,
that's incredible. Can you send that to me in Slack, please?
Do it right now.
You're the man.
I got Slack on my
Big Ten Huddle is where it's at.
Well, should I post it in general or should I just give it to you?
You post it everywhere where eyes can see
it. It's getting posted everywhere.
It's hard to talk about Russ past 9 p.m. because he's in bed. He's asleep. But
well, here's the problem. I wish Slack had GIFs. I don't know how to.
That bothers me that it doesn't. My computer's about dead. Please.
Oh,
it's a very professional outfit we got going on here.
About to lose Dylan.
Oh,
I do this on a laptop.
I need next game. Can we just skip this next game?
Well, hold on. I didn't get my prediction. My prediction is 45-24. Okay, give us what are your? Let's do this. Penn State, UMass. What are your 3 words to describe this game? And Dylan, you cannot copy Eric.
James Franklin's confused.
That's 4, but okay.
No, it's not. James Franklin's confused.
Oh, Franklin. I thought you said is. Confused.
Apostrophe S. That's one word.
Okay.
English 101 with Eric.
Jeez.
Now I got to think of words.
Words.
Normally they just go from here to no filter to out of my mouth. So now I have to actually think of what I'm going to say. It's kind of tough. I'd have to go.
It's on Slack for you now.
UMass has football?
Question mark?
What's a UMass?
What's a UMass? Yeah, UMass has football? Question mark. I didn't know. Sometimes I couldn't even tell you what conference they're in.
Well, here's my thoughts on the game. They are called the Minutemen, and I think they will have approximately 1 minute of possession time in this game. So that's my analysis.
I do want to talk about why James Franklin decided that he wanted to absolutely tear into reporter who asked the question on basically why aren't you throwing the football down the field more or going deep or at least trying to go deep, and he got irritated. That question makes my skin crawl. Yeah. Like, really?
I couldn't even think. I couldn't even that was the most entitled answer I ever heard. I don't know. Maybe he just had a bad day, but it was rough.
You would too if your football stadium was in the middle of nowhere.
Wait a minute. Says the guy whose football team's in West Lafayette.
Yeah, but we're within the downtown of campus, so there's things around the stadium. Just wait until you go. Well, you've been there before, No,
I haven't. I'm good.
I thought. Stadiums. Oh, well, wait till you get there. You'll see. I'll show you around town.
All right. I'm excited to see this hill you talk about.
Slater Hill.
You guys should carpool. Both from Ohio.
That's true.
Head on over together.
We're leaving Friday night, heading to Indy. Actually, we're heading.
Yeah, I do the dumb thing. I leave Saturday morning at the crack of dawn, and I regret it every time, but I still do it.
Yeah. Do what you got to do.
How long is drive is it for you, Eric?
It's 4.5 hours. I think we're driving to Indianapolis and staying north of Indy.
Oh, there you go. That's good. That's a good one. Good point.
Turtlehead Trick said that cuts deep, JR. So we got the turtle heads.
They're awake.
Yeah,
they sleep. They sleep during the day. We all know that.
Then basically, just the next one they come out with. Is it basketball season yet? Because that's where they're at.
Yeah. All right, Eric. What's your score prediction?
Let's go 63-3.
Not a billion.
No, that's relegated to the Boilers.
Out
Apparently,
of all the games this weekend, they could literally score a billion. I mean, it could happen.
It could be bad.
It could be bad real quick.
What's your score prediction, Dylan?
We'll do Penn State 43-10.
43. How are they going to get to 4? They're going to go for 2?
Maybe. You never know. It's against UMass.
Because I couldn't go for 3.
Maybe they did.
Woody Hayes, baby.
I hope they end up scoring 43 somehow. That'd be awesome.
Well, it turns out a lot of people are awake in Slack right now. So a lot of messages. So, all right. It is 9:45. Oh, geez, we can go for a while. My prediction: 52-3, Penn State. Okay, last one. Actually, this might be the most interesting game of the Big Ten this weekend, and it just happens to be the last one we're doing. Iowa.
Besides Purdue, Ohio State.
Well, yeah. That's why we have the Purdue, Ohio State here.
So we got the Chris Wildman Memorial Trophy.
Iowa is not scoring a billion. They are playing at Wisconsin. Dylan, what do you think about this one?
I'm going to go Wisco 17-10. You're right. Iowa wouldn't score a billion. They may score minus a billion somehow. They'd figure out a way to do that, like a nice golf score or something. But yeah, I'm going to go Wisco 17-10.
17-10. All right. Eric?
The Cheese Curds 14 and Iowa defense 10.
Iowa's defense alone. Are they going to kick a field goal?
Yes.
Okay.
Just get a 300-pound lineman.
They will get a turnover in the red zone somehow or at the 20. They will go back 10 yards and kick a field goal.
Okay.
This is Iowa's offense. Can we talk about Brian Ferentz for a second?
Those fake videos of his press conferences got me. I mean, I thought they were real. I'm going to be honest.
I put one of them on YouTube. It was awesome.
The fact that they have held this fan base hostage is a war crime. It is criminal, dude.
Yeah.
And the fact that there are still delusional Iowa fans defending the Ferentz family at this point, to me, is absolutely asinine.
I've literally not seen a single Iowa fan defend. I have seen people say Kirk Ferentz is a good coach. He just cares about his son. So I don't know if that's defending.
Quit caring about your son. What are we?
I wrote an article about this in the offseason and got hammered by some Iowa people. Now, it's about 50-50. It's about 50-50.
Okay.
Oh, you don't know football. Ferentz has done so much for this program. How could you say such a thing? You know, we're going to show you this year. Yeah, you're going to show me that you guys play great defense. That's what you show every single week. Like, how depressing would it be to have the best defense, one of the best defenses in college football for this long, and you are so terrible at offense that you already know before the season starts, you have zero chance to make the college football playoff.
Yeah, Dylan, how does it feel knowing you have zero chance to make the college football playoff?
Every year, dude. Nothing new. Nothing new over here. Listen, I mean, yeah, no shit. Oh, do you edit these?
No, you're fine. I don't care.
Okay, good.
I post them and let them go off into the world.
Let it rip. That's what I like. How long do these episodes normally last? Are we breaking a record?
No, I think we broke a record when we had Big Ten Ted on. I think we went for about an hour with him. He had a lot of good analysis.
Eric,
that's not what you got. That is not what you got on this show. Huh?
You got the exact opposite. You know, Eric is talking like an adult. All right, good for him. Me, on the other hand, I just let it roll. Let it rip.
I will say the Brian Ferentz thing is very strange to me, and I feel like if he doesn't get the points per game this year, I do think that he's probably going to get fired, and it's probably going to be Kirk Ferentz's last year. So
I honestly don't see the only way he saves his job is if they beat Wisconsin and win the West. It's the only way.
But even then, they score like 20 points per game. So
they will justify it again. They are in the perpetual loop of doom.
I mean,
now.
we did have the entire Brom family on our coaching staff at one point. Like, we're talking brothers, cousins, aunts, uncles. It didn't matter. If your last name was Brom, you were hired.
But didn't you have him in 2018 when you won?
Yeah, I'm not saying he was bad. I loved the Brom area. I had a lot of fun. It was a ton of good. Like I said on the OHIO podcast, I root for Brom at Louisville. I really do. It doesn't bother. I'm glad he's doing well. You can't blame the guy for going home and playing at his, where he went to school and played and all that. I root for the guy. Now, I don't know. I can't speak for all Purdue fandom because I think there are a lot of people that don't, but I do. So
good for you. All right. Before we get out of here, I do have one question because I asked this on Twitter and I did not get nearly as much reaction as I thought I would. I thought it was an excellent tweet. So, but okay. Is Alex Grinch the defensive version of Brian Ferentz, the USC defensive coordinator?
Yes, absolutely. He coached at Ohio State.
I know, it was awful.
It was bad.
Yeah.
And then he went to Oklahoma, and it was bad.
Thank God.
And then he followed him out to USC, and it's still bad.
I don't understand how he has a job. It's like, is he secretly, Lincoln's brother? Like, is Garrett not really his brother, and he just switched names with Alex? Or
could be. People say that about me being on a podcast. How does this guy still have a microphone? It happens.
He got on Amazon one day, put in your code.
Yeah. And they won't let you leave.
Microphone showed up at your house, and
yeah, his Amazon.
If I recall, Alex Grinch had one good season as the defensive coordinator at Washington State, and because he did it there at Washington State when Mike Leach was there, it was like, oh my gosh, this guy must be brilliant. And he has carried that one season longer than any coach I have ever seen before. Where it's like, yeah, everybody now is like, okay, he's not any good. But I mean,
I don't know. Tom Allen's getting there. Tom Allen may break that record as he snaps his way through the locker room, gets those boys hyped. I tweeted that video as soon as I saw it. I just.
What was more cringy, that or Wisconsin's preseason one where they were all behind these doors? And Luke Fickle's like, we've been waiting all off season for this moment. And he opens the door and they come out doing like weird TikTok dances.
those damn TikToks. I don't die.
Which was more cringier?
I'm waiting for Lou Holtz to go after Tom Allen for his snaps.
Lou Holtz?
Yeah. All right, Notre Dame gonna win this game.
It's not very tough, guys. It's not tough. Notre Dame's gonna kill these guys. The Boilers will buy $1 billion.
Notre Dame, yeah.
The University of Notre Dame.
All right, last thing I'll bring up, and then we'll get out of here because we are going long today. When I was doing that tweet, I was looking for pictures of Alex Grinch to post on there, and you guys tell me this has to be the most terrifying staff photo in the world.
Oh, I can't wait. That's a mugshot. That's a suit Photoshop.
I am pretty sure that I saw that guy on an episode of Serial Killers.
Right? Is he
that is terrifying.
Holding Lincoln Riley's family hostage?
That might be it.
There's no
48 hours, guys. Episode of 48 hours coming your way.
Yeah. Then 60 minutes after that. Oh, man. All right.
Fell out. We're all right, though.
All right. Better get out of here if we are getting close to the 45-minute mark. So
we could go for that record. Don't threaten us with a good time.
I mean, if the podcast listeners want it, we'll have to tell you what.
They
take a poll. We'll see if they want a full hour episode with you guys. And if they say yes, you have to come back. So
they'll have Eric back. They won't have me back.
That's not true. That's not true at all.
We'll have to bring Jordan on from Turtle Heads.
Oh, sweet Lord Guillermo.
He was pretty off the rails with Chris. So if we get Eric and Dylan and Jordan, I don't know if we'll ever end up talking about
that. Would be the longest.
Hey, if you have Jordan and Russ on at the same time, you'll get half a podcast.
Oh man, that was good. I had a boy, Eric. That was a good one. I like that.
If you don't know what Eric is referencing, it's that Russ never has good internet. It's
never. We're all going to start pitching in for his internet bill each month, and hopefully
Jordan's wasn't that great either. He got to his punchline on my podcast. We went to go rip his shirt off and have the jersey on her. By the way, it was a basketball jersey on a football podcast.
Do they make football jerseys?
He was like, and it like froze.
What a bad time to freeze. Oh, man.
That tells you all you need to know. So,
love you, Russ.
We're going to get out of here. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Thanks for Eric and Dylan coming on. If you guys like off-the-rail shows like this one, go check out the Boiler Express. And, Eric, you guys don't get off the rails very much, do you?
I'm influenced by this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's when he gets with me, then it's all downhill. I'm a bad influence.
So, the Boiler Express, and then whenever Dylan shows up to the Ohio podcast.
We just yell a lot. We're just angry Buckeye fans.
Well, just wait until Eric and I are together in person.
Aaron is a little bit more tame.
Aaron is analytical, dude. He's an assassin. He's a trained military professional killer.
Oh, can we break the news about Aaron here?
Yeah, I don't care. He don't
mind. Aaron is getting his degree from the University of Purdue. He's half a boiler.
Aaron graduates this weekend from Purdue, and we're celebrating by going and watching his new alma mater get beat by the team he really loves.
Wow.
How about that?
And in
the process, it's a make-a-wish for Chris. I mean, how awesome of a weekend is this?
We need to make Aaron a
podcast?
Split jersey like the AJ Hawk and Notre Dame one. We need to do that for Aaron.
Aaron Hawk. That's his new name.
AJ Hawk's a handsome son. He's got a shovel of a chin. He's a good looking dude.
Fun fact: my son's named AJ, based
after AJ Hawk.
Yeah, he's my favorite
guy to be named after.
My favorite Buckeye, man.
Wow.
Yep,
he's a good one.
I don't think I'd ever have the guts to do that unless the guy was deceased, because you never know what people could do. Like,
I'm gonna name my firstborn Drew. Probably. I mean, that's probably gonna happen.
You mean like what your child's gonna become? Is that what you mean?
No.
The namesake. He's saying AJ Hawk could go off the rails.
Yeah.
Oh,
like, what if he goes crazy and turns into Lou Holtz someday?
He starts lisping.
Talking about Notre Dame and how much
AJ Hawk with a lisp would be gold.
Yeah,
I want to see AJ
No
Hawk.
S isn't his name. I mean, it's one thing to have the lisp. It's one thing for your last name to be Holtz. I mean, that's tough.
Holtz.
All right, Jay wants to end the show. Let's let him end it.
Let's get out of here. Thanks everybody for listening. Thanks everybody for watching.
Boiler up.